Today we are going to learn the topics themes of research and application and basic versus applied psychology. Let us see the first topic, that is themes of research and application. The main aim of learning this topic is to know why researches and applications are done in psychology. So let us start with the first theme. Theme 1 says that psychology, like other sciences, attempt to develop principles of behavior and mental processes. Psychology, like other sciences, attempt to develop principles of behavior and mental processes. To solve some problems, we use formulas in maths and science. Likewise, in psychology, some principles are developed. So, by using these principles or using these theories, we can know the behavior, or we can predict the behavior. And for but the themes of research in different fields different from each other. For example, in developmental psychology, we see how human development takes place and how at certain ages or certain stages children or elder people behave in certain manner. And in social psychology, we see the human behavior, or to know our behavior of the people in a social setting or social context. So that is theme 1 says. Next is theme 2. Theme 2 says that human behavior is the attribute of persons and environment. Human behavior is the attribute of persons and environment. So here it is saying that whatever behavior we show is because of that person and or the interaction of that person with the environment. We live in an environment, or the environment we live in could be positive or negative or neutral. So it is our behavior depends upon how we see our environment. There are differences in individuals' behavior. That is what psychology deals with, which says that the human behavior is different in different contexts. Human behavior is different in different contexts. Likewise, the product and the behavior is the attribute. It is the cause of the interaction between that person and with his environment. If you are getting a very good or very appreciable environment, your performance will rise. In school, if you are getting praises from teachers, your performance in the exam will increase. So likewise, in human behavior is also the attribute, is also the product of the person and the environment he or she lives in. That is what theme 2 says. And the third theme 3 says that human behavior is caused. Every behavior has a reason. So in psychology, if you know the reason of that behavior, the psychologist or the counselor, it will be easy for them to find solutions for that problem if you know the reason of the behavior. So for a study or for any research, it is important to know the cause of that behavior. Why a person is sad, why that person is depressed, or why a person is behaving in a certain manner, or to the extreme behavior, or to in an erratic behavior. So all these things are the important things which we kept in our mind when we learn about the human behavior. So something is these causes are very important. So something is happening in that person, that is the reason why he or she behaves in that particular, or they are giving that particular response. So human behavior, the cause of the behavior is very important. Next is theme 4. Theme 4 says that understanding of human behavior is culturally constructed. Understanding the human behavior is culturally constructed. It means that we are born and brought up in different cultures. So psychologists try to know a person's culture, from where he or she has come from. It depends our behavior molds by our the culture we are born and brought up in. The Western culture is different, the Eastern culture is different. If you take an example of a Western student, their viewpoint or their outlook will be different than from ours. We have a collectivistic culture. We always take advices from elders. That is our culture. But in the case of Western students, they are individualistic. They give focus on individual concerns, whereas rather than going and taking advices from elders. So the culture matters. So certain things are being important to know human culture. That is culture is very important thing. Understanding of human behavior is culturally constructed. That is theme 4. Next is theme 5. Theme 5 says that human behavior can be controlled and modified through the application of psychological principles. Human behavior can be controlled and modified through the application of psychological principles. So the main reason of studying psychology is to improve a human's life, right? So if a person has some problems, it could be tackling with the environment or any psychological disorders. So with the help of various principles, psychologists try to find solutions for their problems, and their desire is to develop methods or techniques to solve the problems of human beings in their day-to-day life. So and they can improve their life. So here psychologists try to help people by applying the knowledge they gained in their to develop them into a better human being. So these are the themes of application in psychology. Next we are going to discuss basic versus applied psychology. Basic versus applied psychology. Basic psychology provides theories and principles that forms the basics of application of psychology. Basic psychology provides theories and principles that forms the basis of application of psychology. When we are reading this book, it is a kind of basic psychology where we learn theories and principles. So in basic we generally seek knowledge, we collect knowledge, we gain knowledge, and then we try to do research on those basic principles which we have learned, or it may be to enlighten ourselves regarding that subject. And what is applied psychology? In applied psychology, I applied my knowledge which I gained to solve some problems, then it became applied psychology. So studying psychological issues in order to apply the findings, in order to help people using those theories or those principles that I have learned through the basic research. So when I use my basic knowledge in my profession to solve some problems or to help someone, it became applied psychology. So applied psychology provides different contexts where theories and principles can be meaningfully applied. So it can use in the clinical treatment, personal or marital counseling, industrial or educational application, or health psychology. So basic in basic you are just gaining the knowledge, maybe for some research purpose or for your interest in that subject, whereas in applied psychology we apply the knowledge we gained in the day-to-day life to solve some problems or for some issues. So that is applied and basic psychology. Thank you.